Getting into 3D modeling can be extremely intimidating. In search of design programs, you'll run into big names such as Blender, Maya, Rhino, SketchUp, or ZBrush. What you'll quickly come to understand is that none of these programs are suited for beginners. Their complicated UIs can create a stressful experience that discourages users from trying to learn. Some of the biggest programs in this field are even locked behind a paywall, which doesn't do you any favors. However, there is one program that rises above its competitors, offering a user-friendly experience with a wide variety of tools relevant to the expanding field of technology.
Tinkercad is a free web app for 3D designs, electronics, and coding. It was created in March 2011 by Kai Beckman and Mikko Mononen. The purpose of its creation was to make 3D modeling and the design of physical items through 3D printing more accessible to the general public. This means that anyone can pick up Tinkercad and start creating.
The 3D modeling space in Tinkercad has an intuitive, simplistic interface that eliminates the difficult learning curve many other programs have. Tinkercad makes it easy to import shapes of different file types, which would usually be difficult in more advanced CAD software, allowing you to mesh different components together at a quicker pace.
Besides 3D modeling, Tinkercad also has two other main features, circuits and code blocks. In the circuit space, you can practice building circuits and program microprocessors in any of your design. The supported microcontrollers are the Arduino Uno and Microbit, letting you utilize code in block-based or text-based formats interchangeably. Tinkercad also allows you to easily translate between the two formats, so you can see what each one of them looks like. Over 100 different components are available for use, ranging from LED lights to DC motors.
With code blocks, you can create 3D designs using visual programming with block code. Create different shape variables and change their properties to your liking. The workspace will reflect the changes you've made with the instructions you've given. This is a great way for young students or anyone interested to have an introduction to programming in a creative way.
Tinkercad has an entire section of their website dedicated purely for resources. These resources include lesson plans, blogs, tips and tricks, tutorials, and help centers. Users can learn 3D design, circuits, and code blocks at their own pace, step by step. These can range from quick and simple tutorials to extensive but in-depth lessons plans, depending on your goals and interests. This also means that any user that feels stuck on a project can always go to the tutorials and search for any concept or issues that they are struggling with. It is highly recommended for beginners to check these out.
Because of Tinkercad's large user base, hundreds of designs are uploaded daily for everyone to see. This is a great way to find inspiration from the community and discover like-minded creators who share the same interests as you. Some creators are willing to have their work be copied, which allows you to modify them however you like for any creative purposes. When you feel that you are satisfied with a creation of yours, you can upload it for others to see. Other users have the ability to leave feedback through reactions and can even share it to their friends or peers to give you further publicity. If your work happens to bring a lot of positive attention, you might be featured in the gallery. The tutorial that I chose to do for Tinkercad is the die from scratch. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with that. Platform is really easy to use. The first thing we're gonna do, it gives you instructions on the side here, is we're gonna find a die, and it's easier just to look it up and search it from there. And then we're gonna put a work plane on top of the die so that we're able to place items on top of that, and then go along with that. Cool. Oh wait, there we go. All right, and then I'm gonna put the number 1 on top here. In order to make it go into the actual shape, I'm gonna put it down to 1 millimeter in height, and then from there, I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same steps on all the sides with all of the different numbers going up to 6. Okay, now that I have all the numbers placed onto the die, I'm gonna go ahead and put just a free work plane on there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that all of the numbers are pushed into the die to create a hole. So I'm just gonna click on each individual number. Okay, and once all of them are pushed into the die like so, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight the whole entire die piece, and then click this button up here, which is the group button, and it just makes sure that the whole entire die is grouped together. And then you can make it whatever color you want. I'm gonna choose blue. And once you click through all the rest of the steps, you're done. And that's how you make a die on Tinkercad. Using Tinkercad was really easy for me. I'm not very familiar with the design processes on computers, and I think that using this as a first-time go was super easy, and I had a great time doing it, and they made the experience really fun with the tutorials and how-to steps. And I would definitely recommend this for all the beginners who want to use it.
Hi, I'm Jaden, and this is actually one of the designs that I made and 3D printed in the little Fab Lab. Once you finish your design, you're gonna wanna push export, and the Fab Lab here, or like wherever you're exporting it from, they probably want it as a .stl, so you just press that, and then it'll take a little bit. It says that it's preparing, and right there. Personally, I didn't 3D print it myself, so I just sent over the link of the download, but they just kind of like upload the file onto the 3D printer, and then it just goes ham and makes you your little shape.
All right, hello.
Yep.
My name is Alyssa Armstrong. I'm a mechanical engineer here at ASU. I also work at the Fab Lab, sophomore right now. Yeah, that's pretty much all you gotta know about me.
So what do you use Tinkercad?
I use Tinkercad. Well, it's a 3D modeling software, so that's the main thing I use it for. What you can do is you can test out Arduino circuits with it. And I actually do use that a lot more, especially since real-life testing with Arduino and stuff like that, there's a lot of issues. You might have a wire that's broken, your capacitor might blow up. So Tinkercad, we use it to test out our circuits. We also use it to make models for gears. So we had a very specific project where we had to make our own gears. And what you can do is you can just upload it to Tinkercad, you can set the size, you can make a gear train, whatever you need to do for whatever solution you're making.
Do you think that Tinkercad is user-friendly?
Tinkercad is definitely user-friendly, like super easy. In other modeling softwares, I found like SolidWorks or what's it called, Fusion 360, it might be a little bit daunting because they have so many options. You might feel a little bit like unsure what to do, but Tinkercad, usually you just build up basic shapes of what you need to do. They also have a ton of help manuals. They have projects online that you can practice with. So it's a really good software. And it's online too, you don't have to download anything.
So have there been any limitations with Tinkercad that you've noticed?
Okay, Tinkercad, it's great, but there definitely are limitations. There are basic options, and it might take more effort to do certain things. I say Tinkercad is best for beginners, trying to just get their foot in the door for 3D modeling. And yeah, there's a few limitations, just like the complexity of things you can model, I'd say. If you want to make a coaster, it's just a square and you extrude it a little bit, you know. I mean, we were able to make gears in it, so you can make a lot of stuff.